Today we're focusing on a critical procedure for your EPA 608 Type 3 exam, charging and breaking the vacuum on low-pressure systems, like centrifugal chillers. This is a topic where the exam loves to trap technicians who are used to high-pressure equipment, because the physics feel completely backward. After completing a repair on a low-pressure chiller and pulling a deep vacuum to remove air and moisture, the charging process is extremely specific. The absolute first step is to break the vacuum by introducing refrigerant into the system as a vapor. You'll use the evaporator charging valve and add vapor until the system's pressure rises enough to equal a refrigerant saturation temperature of at least 36 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a number you must remember for the exam. Only after reaching this pressure can you safely add liquid refrigerant to finish the charge. The most common and dangerous exam trap involves this sequence. A question might describe a scenario where a technician has just finished evacuating a chiller and asks for the next step. One of the incorrect options will be to charge with liquid refrigerant. Selecting this is an instant failure on this topic. Introducing liquid refrigerant into a system that is in a deep vacuum is catastrophic. The intense vacuum will cause the liquid to flash evaporate almost instantly, and this rapid boiling drops the temperature so severely that it can freeze the water left inside the heat exchanger tubes, causing them to rupture. This will lead to a major repair and significant equipment damage. The exam will test your understanding of this by asking about the consequences of charging liquid into a vacuum. Another key concept is understanding why these systems are so susceptible to air intrusion. Because low-pressure systems operate below atmospheric pressure, any leak in the system doesn't leak refrigerant out, it sucks air and moisture in. This is why after a repair and evacuation, you must perform a standing vacuum test to ensure the system is tight. If the pressure rises significantly after you've isolated the vacuum pump, it indicates a leak. The exam might present pressure readings from a vacuum test and ask you to interpret them. A rising pressure always means there's a leak that needs to be found and fixed before charging. Here's a mental shortcut to keep the charging sequence straight. Vapor first to satisfy, then liquid to supply. This reminds you to satisfy the vacuum with gentle vapor pressure before supplying the main liquid charge. Getting this wrong in the field destroys equipment, and getting it wrong on the exam destroys your score. Remember, low-pressure chillers are fundamentally different. Air leaks in, and you always charge with vapor before liquid. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.